I've been starting every video. This week demonstrating the sound of silver. I love the sound of silver. I really do. I love the sound of silver. I don't know what it is about it. And you'll notice that silver, it sounds different no matter what you, depending on the type of, countertop, whether it be marble, formica, wood, it always sounds different, but it sounds great. So Veggetti, Mil-Spec and Alternative Rock, Doug Larrabee, and the Sound of Value. That would be from Robert Lichtenberg, Stephen Parsons, and Steban Lewinsky. Just got 2 Kennedy $50. Let me just relax a little bit. Let me move this up a little bit here. Just relax. Try to relax. Get a couple of pillows. Just kind of chillax. Got a couple $50 today, 1971. That's from Robert. No, that's from Leaper Wright. Dan Willow in the house. Hello from South California, SoCal. That'd be James Miller. So, did you guys all? How many of you were here? No more than what, an hour ago? I used the mobile app. I used the mobile app to go live, and I tested it out. What did you folks think about it? Is this something that you would like to see me do from time to time? Or is it just something that you're just not interested in? Just watch your video with the mobile app. I say buy the mount. Okay, I'm a 16-year-old kid. I collect silver, really love watching your videos. Thank you so much. And you'll notice something. Dollar bills don't make that sound. I don't know why. They just don't. I even tried $100 bills. They don't make that sound. Yeah, it was good. Had some audio issues, but all in all, it was great. Yeah, and I think because it's using the the cell phone towers, I think it really depends on where you are in town, logistically, to a cell phone tower. So I think it has the propensity to maybe pixelate, maybe, or maybe audio dips and whatnot. So it's something. Amount is a lousy $20, and I think it'd be kind of cool. I know Bitcoin Ben. He does a lot of mobile apps. And I thought, well, I try to mimic him. Always try to mimic who you admire. Be careful driving. Of course I will. Thank you, Spec Stacker. I always do. Audio was okay by Stephen Parsons. Good to see you in good health. Thank you so much, Damien. Is it Damien? L. Kazan, thank you. Seaway 44 and Mike Hunt. Hit the like, folks. Are Kennedy $50 valuable? If I recall, and anybody can correct me, I think 1971s, I think they're 40% silver. Anybody can correct me, okay? Just because I say something, that doesn't mean I am not above mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I believe they're 40%, which means, yes, they have some value to them. 40% silver. Thoughts on Howard Schultz, Never Heard of the Person, by Jared Williams, but you can always share. Nasty Pelosi and Dianne Finkelstein got their credentials underneath the bleachers. Yeah, I bet they did. And here they're telling well, we're not going to impeach Donald Trump. You know, we just don't think he's worthless. It kind of reminds me of two kids fighting in high school. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to kick your ass. And then you go to meet him at 3 o'clock. Well, I would fight you, but you're just not worth it. And then they run away with their tail between their legs. That's exactly what's going on. Nancy Pelosi today tried to save face. We're not going to impeach him. You know, we're just not, even though he's intellectually not fit for the office. I like to know, give me an example, because I haven't seen that. We're not going to impeach him. It would just divide the country, like the country's not already divided. Are you kidding me? No, she's trying to save face because she doesn't want to come out and say, you know, after wasting your tax dollars doing a witch hunt, technically illegal harassment, investigating a crime that has not occurred. We're just looking for a crime, totally illegal. We couldn't find nothing. And rather than us admit that to you folks, we're going to tell you we're not impeaching him because he's not worth it. No, lady, you're not impeaching him because you've got nothing to impeach him on. Call a spade, okay? People see through your crap, Mrs. Nancy Pelosi and Mrs. Fecal-Stein. They see through your crap. And that's why you want illegals in here. And that's why you want illegals to vote. To cancel out every one of our votes. For every one of you Republican voters, imagine this. You go to vote, and illegal votes. Just canceled yours out. That's what they're trying to do. People are leaving the Democrat Party in droves. You hear about it all the time. You hear about the walk-away movements. You hear about Democrats just saying, heck with the Democrat Party. You hear about it. Have you ever heard of a Republican? Have you ever heard of a socialist? No, I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of a Republican going towards, I'm leaving the Republican Party, I'm going to be a Democrat? You've never heard that. Never heard that, have you? That is why they need the illegals in. That is why they need the illegals to vote. That is why they're passing resolutions all over to allow the illegals to vote in local elections. Remember, every one of you, for every one that you vote conservative, somebody comes in, votes Democrat, it zeroes out your vote. Remember, a plus and a negative equal a 0? I wouldn't say politics is all theater anymore. It's not theater. It has some serious repercussions, okay? Serious repercussions that are showing and have an ill effect on everything. Everything. I won't call it theater. That minimizes it. It really does. Just say it's theater. I think what some of them do and say is theater, but their actions have ill repercussions, folks. They truly do. Damian Elkenhazen, what do you think of the foreign American administration political views? I'm going to tell you, I don't really care about their views on us. They're going to always project their views that are beneficial to their countries. I don't believe in globalism. I think it's when you have globalism, it's like a ball of yarn that was not wound up correctly. It's just a bunch of knots. You ever go fishing and you got this big line of freaking fishing line that there's no way in God's green earth you can untangle it? That's what globalism is, folks. It is a ball of fishing line so entangled. If you pull on one little string to do something over here, it's going to tighten and screw up this little string over here. I am 100% globalism. 100% globalism. Nothing about globalism, in my opinion, has ever been good. I mean, even the wildlife doesn't like globalism. What am I talking about? If anybody's ever been to, like, let's say Lake Erie, they got that little evasive clam that somehow got attached to one of the cargo ships and has got it into the Erie lakes. It's literally devastated the entire. This little clam came from, I think, China or Japan, or it's irrelevant. Even nature doesn't like globalism. This little clam came from overseas attached to the hull of a tanker ship. And it totally decimated Lake Erie. And it's just a lot of you folks know I like to talk in metaphors, but it's true. Even nature doesn't like globalism, folks. I totally disagree with it. Globalism is just an excuse just to move on to the next step, and that's the one world order. How about a constitutional republic the way it was originally written? I'm all for it. I'm 100% for it. 100% for it. See if I can get my mug out of the way. I mean, how many ecosystems have been destroyed by an invasive living entity that was accidentally imported into the United States? And vice versa also. You know, here, I live 30 minutes south of the Nogales border. You can't bring fruit back and forth. They inspect for this evasive fruit fly. And actually, they check for fruits and vegetables going from Arizona to California. Not even nature likes globalism. Everything has its own proper place. And that's where it belongs. And it will thrive and survive in those environments. But you start bringing people from there to here and there, they can't survive. They won't even assimilate here. They have no intentions of assimilating. Naturally, they just want to turn this place into where they came from. It's natural. When I get quiet, I'm just reading the comments. Tyrone in the house. Thank you so much. They have the same crap from Vegas back to Rancho Cucamonga, California, as I travel. But they never stop you or check you for anything. That's all fake. No, I actually have making the drive there. And yes, sometimes they will let you pass those way stations. You're absolutely correct. But 50% of the time, they make you pull into the way station, the trucks get on the scale, the people go straight, the officer says, do you have any fruits or vegetables you need to declare? Sorry, but that's a true statement. I'm not lying. Stop complying by subjecting yourself to their digital brainwashing that affects your subconscious. Okay. What other hobbies do you have? Well, I like shooting, stacking silver. I like hiking, skiing, long walks on the beach. I'm just freaking kidding you. Pretty much anything that's fun. I like traveling, actually. So you're saying trucks, not cars? No, I'm saying both. I'm saying both. I know this phone's going to ring again. The trucks go on the scales, and the cars go straight. And just before you leave the rest areas, the officers will ask you, you have any fruits or vegetables you need to declare. That's all. How do you feel about XRP as a cryptocurrency? I don't know anything about XRP. I do wish I had some, but I'm not the right guy to ask about where I think a certain cryptocurrency is going to go. I'm not the right guy to ask if a certain cryptocurrency is going to be a good investment. Totally wrong guy. I could tell you what I stack in, but I can tell you they're just off of what other people have told me that I should get into. I don't know why I'm into them. I got into Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, DIGIBYTE, and Theta. I like Angela Lansbury's ringtone. I actually like the old ringtones. When was the last time you said or heard the Pledge of Allegiance? Well, every time I go to a ball game. But I'll tell you what's more important than the Pledge of Allegiance is just a flat-out prayer to God. Yes, I do follow Q. Actually, it's the Anon channel. They haven't been putting out much stuff lately. So, what do you think is going on in Antarctica? I don't know. I have no flipping clue. When start to stack, is it better to get more ounces with cheaper generic rounds, bars, spending more on bullion? So, silver is silver. Just stick with the generic for now, but get recognizable generics, okay? Don't get something from some third world nation that nobody's ever seen before. Get a coin that's recognizable. Get a bar that's recognizable. The Earth is flat, people. Okay, then why every time you look at this, why is every other planet, if the Earth is flat, okay, let's go with that. Anybody's ever seen it, look through a telescope, why is everything else round? Everything else is round. Every planet, everything is round except Earth. Come on. Yeah, I think Santa Claus is real. My cunt. My dad once came home with a gram of silver and thought it was real. Thought he was rich. There's nothing outside of the firmament. Read the Bible. I have. Space is all CGI composites. So this guy's thinking that everything in the sky at nighttime is all a CGI screen. Okay. People who think the world is flat are flat ignorant. I'm not saying that. I'm just reading comments. Now the Earth is hollow. Now the Earth is flat and hollow. Next, I'll be hearing that the Earth is a hollow chocolate Easter bunny. That's what we'll be hearing next. Just inform for your Q. I will, thank you. Earth is square, you guys are nuts. Oh, man. The Earth is dirt-flavored ice cream. That's like my least favorite ice cream, dirt-flavored. I love ice cream. I like chocolate. Hey, Damien, if you would have said the Earth is chocolate-flavored, I might have believed you. I really might have. I would have gone outside and probably rolled around in the mud. Dalen doing things. You're quite welcome. I I really, that is like one of my biggest rewards when doing a YouTube channel, to hear somebody who's never stacked before telling me, hey, because of you, I now stack. That is one of the greatest rewards a YouTube channel or a prepper channel like mine can receive. Thank you so much. And it's not like I make money on silver. There's no links in any of my videos that say click here for your, you know, click here to buy, or, you know, your silver so I can get a kickback. None of those kind of links are in my video's description. So when I say I like a product, or when I say buy silver, it's not that I'm making a percentage off of it at all. And trust me, many companies have reached out to me and said, hey, would you sponsor our channel? I mean our business. And I said no. One such company just went out of business, I think about 7-8 months ago. The FAUF company, PHAUF, the man and wife reached out. I said no. And sure enough, they were out of business within 8 to 10 months. No, not playing that. Why can't I release a helium balloon and the gravity doesn't pull it down, yet the people on the bottom of Earth are held down by gravity? Because it's fake. No, helium is lighter than air. Same with people, but the opposite. We're heavier than air. Okay? Helium, lighter than air. Helium atoms, lighter than oxygen atoms. Or, you know, what is oxygen made out of? Was it 90% helium? And I forgot, what is it, 8% O2 or whatever it is? I forget. I forgot my science classes. 2%, I don't know. Gosh, now I feel like an idiot for even going down that route. Bullshit is heavier than air. The Earth is diamond shaped, you guys. Get gold then if you think you have enough silver. I agree with Dan. Get gold if you think you have enough silver. Bottom line. Yeah, what is it? It's 78% nitrogen, 20% oxygen, 93 argon, and some other, and carbon dioxide. Legacy Foods given government client list. Good. Q reminds me of the Unknown comic. Alrighty. Bitcoin Bo in the house. Where's your tie if you're going to play science teacher? Dude, I am the last guy you want to talk about science teaching. I feel like an idiot now that I try to even address that question. But Bitcoin Bo in the house. Thank you for anybody haven't seen his channel, feel free to go over there. Bitcoin Bo. Have you looked into the carrot bars? No, I have not. You buying another place over tax in a collapsing global economy? Absolutely. Got to live somewhere. Lord Humongous in the house. Alternative rock. What is it wise, not legacy? Thanks for the plug. I haven't been making videos. What I'm gonna say. Hey, we're all losing money. No. Big Daddy Bo in the house. Big nuts, this guy. Do you believe there's such a thing as Planet X? There's a lot of planets. You can name them whatever you want. Mike Hunt. What's up, Mike? How are you? From Bitcoin Bow. I bought $300 worth of canned meat this weekend. Wow, that's a lot of canned meat, dude. Oh, you want to hear it again? It's funny how long a silver coin will actually rotate. Unlike a regular slug. I never heard of AI pack, sorry. I'm just reading the comments, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so again, I'll mention it again. People are asking. I got some LITECOIN, a little bit of Bitcoin. I got a touch of Ethereum, DIGIBYTE, and now I got Theta. Or I will have Theta. I do have it, Theta. What am I talking about? This Goy doesn't get it. Okay. You're the only one who gets it. You are the man. Don't like passing things in your personal YouTube channel. I don't have your email. I just send you. Check out carrot bars. I don't like passing things in your personal YouTube channel. I don't have your email. I just send to check out carabits. Okay. Do you old Super the best episode creatures that came out of the drilling hole from the center? Okay. Choose one, silver or crypto? Absolutely silver, man. Danny, come on. That's what I would do. It's long-term holds better. My wife thinks I'm nuts for stacking silver. A lot of wives think stacking silver is like a coin collection or a baseball card collection. What you need to do is basically show them a 20 and 4 5s. Why? Well, they're both the same thing, you tell them. 4 5s equal a 20. And then you do the same thing with silver. This is just, it's the same thing. It's just, in metaphorically, it's a different denomination. Silver, though, is the physical. That's all you tell them. ND 22-12-1. Thank you so much for stacking silver. I'm the only one who hates the design of the 2019 kooks. I have to take a look at anyone here. What's happening in Venezuela? Everybody's heard about what's happening in Venezuela. They're freaking hungry. So yeah, yeah, I'll be in Florida at what is it, mid-April. I'll be there for about 10 days. I'm going to go do the whole Orlando thing, then go see my brother, eat some good food, maybe drink some good wine, lay on a beach. Greg Miller, thank you so much for that super chat. But not the flat earth talk. Dude, I'm not saying the earth is flat. Somebody else said the earth is flat. And then I asked him, well, why when you look in a telescope, everything's round? You know what his response was? Oh, the sky's a CGI screen. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, my Lord. The whole thing's a freaking screen, a television screen, he thinks. CGI. Just casted my first 44 mag shells. Got to get hardness tester. They splatter on target steel. On steel target. That's awesome. I don't mean to make fun of the guy, and I'm not making fun of the guy, but I guarantee you that person, whoever he is, he's just a young person. Talk to him about 5 or 10 years from now, he'll be a completely different person. He's just young. Thinks because it's on television or conspiracy channel or whatnot, it's got to be real. You know how many years planet Nibiru was going to hit the Earth? And every one of those years, it's going to hit the year. It's going to hit next year. Next year go by. It's going to hit next year. Next year go by. It's going to hit next year. I've been hearing about planet Nibiru hitting the planet Earth since 2008. Honest to God. Since 2008, planet Nibiru is going to hit the Earth next year. We're always talking silver, my friend. We're always talking silver. Yeah, I'm still buying DIGIBYTE when I can afford it, Silver Rookie. I know it hasn't gone nowhere, but you got to stay with what you believe with, right? The Earth is shaped like a 1 ounce silver round. Well, I hope it's more than 1 ounce. I really do hope it's more than 1 ounce. Why do you think the Vatican has observation? This is something they are watching. Okay. There's some observatories all over the world. They're all watching a CGI screen. Come on. Come on. Sunshine 10 ounce. I told you, John Parsons, they're one sweet ass bar. Excuse my language. The Sunshine bars are gorgeous. They're the prettiest bar on the planet. I'm sorry, I've seen just about every freaking bar. Sunshine Mint bars are the prettiest. Oh, what about the Royal Canadian Mint? That's a pretty... No, it's not. Holds no candle to a Sunshine Mint bar. Absolutely none. Jesus in my Savior. What happens to crypto if there's an EMP? Everybody's always really worried about this EMP thing. Well, didn't they go away? Poof. What happens to the dollar bill if there's a nuclear war? They all turn to flames. I mean, we can keep... I mean, there's similarities. I mean, you know, so you shouldn't have a savings account. I mean, EMP. Won't that affect savings accounts? Absolutely. What's a savings account? When you get to the nuts and bolts, it's nothing but a couple of hard drives. I mean, obviously, big damn hard drives that store your digital money on it. Your deposit records. It's all big hard drives. What's an EMP you going to do to cash? We always find an argument against cryptos, but as soon as you tell somebody I got $1 million worth of cash, they're patting you on your shoulder. Oh man, you the man, you the man. Tell them you got $1 million worth of silver or you got some cryptos. You're crazy, man. No, I'm just telling the truth. EMP is going to affect the bank accounts just as much as it's going to affect cryptos. And I just don't really believe an EMP is going to hit us. A Bitcoin transaction has been done with radio waves, according to Bitcoin Bow. Crypto is dependent of the grid. Sometimes the texts go pretty quick and I can't read them quickly. The grid, cash or silver in your pocket is not. I agree with that. Cash or silver is not. Frank Smith, please drive carefully. Have a good time if he's heading out of the city. Machu Picchu structure, alien structure. Okay. Okay. Hey, mother stackers, what's up? I'm no mother stacker. You're a mother stacker. And your mother's a mother stacker. Wouldn't Russia or China detect an EMP over Venezuela? I don't know. Hey folks, can I get a thumbs up? I appreciate it, really would. Your mother, hold on, that went by quick. Philosopher Bees, everyone here is blessed, live without worry. Thank you so much, Philosopher Bees. Is there a new bird of paradise? Bird of paradise. Why does that sound familiar? I have no clue. Frank Smith, he's out now. Negotiator, hello from Arizona. What is a goal to reach? Well, there's a minimum goal. I always tell everybody minimum goal should be 200 ounces. Maximum gold, that's asking me, I'm sorry, maximum goal. All right, let me say that again. My mouth is going faster than my brain. Minimum goal for silver is 200 ounces. Maximum goal for silver, well, that's like asking me how much money you should save in the savings account. Everybody's different. Your bills, everything is different about you are your own variable, and only you can determine how much you're going to need as a maximum amount. I could tell you minimum, I can only tell you the minimum. I mean, it's like ask me how much, hey, Overtax, how much money should I put in my savings account? I wouldn't have a clue. All right, TD, hey, Overtax, do you have any 1 ounce funnel spiderweb silver rounds. Never heard of them, actually. I'd love to send you one if not. Now that you moved, is it the same P.O. box? We'll be at that P.O. box for, I'd say, another 3 weeks. So you have time to, 3 or 4 weeks, actually. So you'll have time to send that out. So yeah, I would love to. I'd be very honored, actually. I'd be very honored to see one of these. A funnel spider web. Wow, that sounds cool. How much 20 LR is your goal? So that's an easier question, philosopher. So a lot of folks know I have a 22 LR, and I think about 1,000 rounds would be cool. But see, 1,000 rounds is so easily obtainable. I would shoot for 2,000 or 3,000 rounds. But 1,000 rounds is nice for the 22, and it's dirt cheap. I love that 22. Daniel Shipley. Yes, I got your email, and it felt like, I'm going to be honest with you, it felt a little awkward. It almost felt like, kind of like stalking. I'm saying that with respect. You know, it would have been better if you would have put some additional information on how you obtained it in order to better protect myself. But all you did was tell me that you got some stuff. Now, fortunately, I'm not going to be at that address for another week or two. But if you're a man of your word and you can share with me how you obtained it so I can better protect myself. Other than that, it kind of creeped us out. North Country Off Grid. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give a shout out to North Country Off Grid. When I can, I like to give a shout out to North Country Off Grid. I like to give a shout out to all channels that have supported me in the past. North Country Off Grid has got a great channel. Please go and see him and his wife. Very good couple, and it's just a wonderful channel. You're gonna have to go see him. Peter Ortizinger, stacked for 35 years and you'll get there. And I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to that one guy. How much is the maximum? I really don't know. I mean, you know, you got to add up your bills. How many people are you prepping for? How long more do you have on your mortgage? So when you ask me how much money should you have in your bank account, I wouldn't have a flipping clue. I can tell you a minimum, just like your bank account. I could tell you a minimum, but I can't tell you a maximum. I wouldn't know. Lone Star, 1123. I gotta see what this funnel is. This funnel, Spider Silver. Ever get your email server fixed? Oh, he's talking to Negotiator. I would love to have a beer also, North Country Off Grid. I got the feeling if I came and visited you, you'd probably put me to work. Yeah, I need that pole post dug in. I need that pole post dug in. And while you're at it, I need that, all that raked up. I'm teasing. I'm not afraid. I grew up, actually, with hard work, honestly. Before I got my college degree, most of my work was in construction. Most of my work was digging ditches. And I'm not talking ditches that are 12 inches deep. I'm talking ditches to put electrical underground electrical pipe in them that had to be minimum 36 inches deep through the nastiest Florida muck you can imagine. Cutting, I've done some nasty construction work, so I'm not afraid of work. And the hardest thing about work is just the bleeding calluses every now and then. Funnel web spiders are poisonous spiders that can kill you in 30 minutes. Wow. I'll wait till you get a new P.O. box and send you one. Well, thank you so much, TD. I really would appreciate it. I'm going to actually Google and see what they look like. So, yeah, let's take a look. Hello, my friend. If shit hit the fan, would you run with 300, 200, 300? I'm having a hard time understanding this. Hello, my friend. If shit hit the fan, would you run with 200 to 300, so forth of silver, or 10, 5, 10, 20 pieces of gold that you can put in your pocket? We don't know how things are going to work out. God bless. You know, you are correct. There's no doubt in my mind, as well as everybody here in the room, that silver takes up a lot more volume, space, than gold. For me, though, to shell out $1,300 for a gold coin is a little, it's financially difficult, especially when you get one coin for it. You know, I have made promises that once I get so much of this, I am going to start buying gold. But you're absolutely 100%. Gold takes up so much less volume. In addition, you can just hide it on your person. You can stitch it in your pants belt. So I'm in a total agreement with you. Corrado Spataro, thank you so much. What do you think of cryptozoology rounds? I have no clue. See, I don't know everything. What's your preferred lube for shit at the fan over text? Straight Vaseline. Well, no. Maybe something minty. Oh, Lord. All right, I went where I shouldn't have gone. But that's Lord Humongous. He has a warped sense of humor. Bitcoin Bull, I'm with you. I'm bugging in. I really am. I'm bugging in. It's already got four. I got already 4 walls and a roof. Why take myself? I can deal with it. I'm a hardened guy. I'm ex-military, but my family, the kids, the wife, they're not hardened. They're not trained. You know, you're going to take them out in the woods or something with other imbeciles who no. So, Mr. Olfang, 1/10 ounce gold coin for 150 bucks. I was fortunate. I got a 1/10 gold coin for 130. So, yeah, I guess I'm fortunate. And I'm going to probably, when I can, buy a quarter size. I think that's the minimum size for my personal preference that I want to stack when it comes to gold is quarter size, 20, what is it, quarter ounce. Taz MD in the house. Thank you so much. I'm going to say this, Peter O, both gold and, no, who said that? Yukon Cornelius. I'm going to piggyback off of you. I think gold and silver is not for during shit hit the fan. I think it's for after. You got to think of shit hit the fan as an episode that starts at one time slot and ends at another, and in it is chaos, and is confusion, and I think in that time slot called shit hit the fan, all people are concerned about is structural safety and food and water. I think once you pass that and things start to correct, things start to normalize, people will then look a little bit more in the future. But during the shit hit the fan situation, they are in that moment and that moment alone. They're not looking to trade. They're not looking to do anything but survive. And once the situation starts to normalize, and if there's no monetary system left, we will then start to barter what we have left from the shit hit the fan situation. What is left over, we'll barter with that. We'll trade our gold and silver if that's gonna work and whatnot. So during that shit hit the fan situation, when it starts and when it ends between there, gold and silver is not going to have any effect. I mean, there will be no need for gold and silver. It's just going to be food, water, and survival, and structural safety. Economy's going to bust soon, too much borrowed money. Well, there's been a couple of financial experts that says we have about 2 years left. Brandon Orlando, I don't know how long the period will be. I mean, every situation is separate onto itself. You know, don't know. Economic collapse. How long did the Great Depression last? That would be a good barometer on how long the next one's going to last. And I think the one that happened, that pales in comparison to the one that they claim is going to happen. So multiply that one, the Great Depression, by 2. Yeah, your real risk is not other preppers. Your real risk is from people who laughed at you about prepping. Those are the real people. Those are going to be your real enemies. Your next door neighbors who you share barbecues with on Sundays every now and then. They will then be your enemy. They will be hungry. Their bellies will hit their spines. Their children's bellies will hit their spines. Friendship then will mean nothing. Those, your neighbors, your friends, they will be your enemies. The people who have not prepped. Jason in the house, thank you so much for your compliment. Thank you, Steve-O in the house. Percent are higher right now of money owed. Have you researched maritime admiral law yet? I apologize, I have not. Lots of suicides in the Great Depression. Off-grid, are you buying again, sir? Get your living arrangements figured out. Yes. Yes. I don't want to talk about it right now, but things are looking good. Yeah, it's a true statement. Your neighbors are going to be your biggest enemies during a shit at the fan situation. During a time where there's no obtainable food in the supermarkets. The people that you go to barbecues with, the people that you talk to over the backyard wall, people you go and sit and have a beer with, they will be your enemies. They will want what you want. And I can't blame them. They'll just be hungry and desperate for themselves and their family. It's true. Path is narrow. Maritime admiral. You know, I say, I'll look it up. It's hard to, man. It's hard. Time is short. None of us are good. That's true. None of us are good. And frankly, if I was the guy that wasn't prepping and I was the guy that didn't have no food on the shelves and I knew my neighbor did, I'm ashamed to say what I would do. I mean, I would try to survive with, but I would have the compassion to take food to survive, but maybe do it in a way that's less detrimental to them. But yeah, I got to admit, I would try to survive too. Canned food, does it ever go bad? Absolutely. And by the way, that date on the canned food, that's not used by date. It's a best used by date, okay? I've eaten canned food that is a couple of years old now, and I couldn't tell the difference. And I got to agree with Mr. Olfang, canned food better than no food, and I love those people. Well, you shouldn't buy that. It's a GMO product. Yeah, you shouldn't put that in your food stocks. Yeah, and that's got gluten. Yeah, you don't want that. That's got gluten. Yeah, it's bad for you. You shouldn't be stocking food like. All right, imbecile. You worry about your non-GMO crap, and you worry about your gluten-free diet, and a shit hit the fan. Good luck to you. My ex-wife will be a tasty meal. Depends what side you eat first. What you mean 20 years you think? What I mean, MRE's good to get. Yeah, they are good to get, but MREs are expensive, okay? Alternative rock. MREs are good to eat. I've eaten MREs. I ate C rations when I was in the Army. They're good, but they're expensive, dude. You're better off with just freeze-dry cans of food from Mountain House and whatnot. Yeah, the keto and everything. Yeah, it's not keto. You shouldn't food stack that. Cigars, man. I tell you what, I love a good cigar. Yeah, I do. Arturo Fuente, Short Story. Or the Perfectos. I love them. For you cigar aficionados out there, go get Arturo Fuente, Short Story. Awesome, man. Just an awesome cigar. I like them because they're just a small cigar. And that's all I really need. I don't need some freaking 12-inch damn freaking humanoid freaking cigar where you're freaking all green and high afterwards. You know, I don't know, a 3-inch cigar is good enough for me. The Arturo Fuentes. Awesome, man. Just flipping awesome. Tyrone, I agree with you. Any self-medication is good for barter. Whether it be weed, booze, cigarettes. There's going to be a lot of people who want to self-medicate in a time of trouble, in a time of difficulty. Precious metals updates. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I'll eat pretty much anything to survive, and I have. Do you have prep for supposed EMP? No, I do not. That doesn't mean the thing about EMP, check this out. All right, let's say you had a Faraday cage. You would always have to store your stuff in a Faraday cage to be protected. Why? Because an EMP comes without notice. Boom. Your shit was on a table. Your cell phone was on a table. It wasn't in the EMP Faraday cage. So unless you store religiously your electronics in a Faraday cage, you're not being you're not protected. So this EMP, it comes from electrical magnetic pulse, comes from a nuke. Okay, so you get some news, a nuke's coming. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Throw all my shit in a Faraday cage and not worry about getting the hell out of town. It just, the whole thing makes no sense. Unless your home is physically built on the Faraday cage concept, it's a crapshoot. If you were lucky to have your shit in the Faraday cage, your stuff is protected. If not, your stuff wasn't. Water is number one. Shelter is number two. Food is number three, in my opinion. We can argue about 2 and 3. So you're saying the metal ammo can without the rubber seal makes a good Faraday cage? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Well, in that case, I have about 8 or 9 Faraday cages, because I got about, maybe I'm exaggerating, I got about 6 military ammo cans. You can hear my clock ticking? He says, shut that clock up, dude. Mike, you can hear a clock ticking? That's pretty impressive if you can. Well, they say you can actually suck on a silver coin for short term and to get the benefit of this colloidal silver. That's what I heard. I would love to have a tube of colloidal silver, actually. One of these days I'm going to learn to make it, but my life is so busy right now. And I don't trust to go out to some Yahoo website and buy it from some freaking one-tooth redneck, you know, got all his teeth missing. But they say too much of that colloidal silver is just as detrimental. Make your own with 9999 silver maple jars, spring water in the sun. That's not what I heard. I heard you need like freaking battery terminals going into water with the silver. I don't know. Yeah, Little Red Pony, they say too much colloidal silver will turn your skin blue. Keep colloidal out of the sun by Troy Ounces. Yeah, they sell these kits. They're silver rods. You dip them in the water and you put like a freaking D-cell battery onto them, and it creates a small current. And the water gets a little, I would say a little bit cloudy. Tyrone in the house, thank you so much. He turned into a Smurf. Linro, was a history of a man who injected himself with silver. He turned like a Smurf. Do you live river fishing? I think you meant to say like. I like any kind of fishing. My favorite is saltwater fishing. One of my best buddies, well, I wouldn't say he's my best buddy. I haven't seen him in a while. He's a semi-pro bass fisherman and taught me how to bass fish. He still to this day is a semi-pro. Never quite made it to the pros. He goes on the local competitions, wins money. He's got himself a nice Ranger boat. So I can fish, but my favorite is saltwater fishing. But I can definitely bass fish. Yeah, everybody's giving me a compliment about the sound quality. This is a Samsung S2 tablet that we're doing this live chat on. Now they got the Samsung S3 out. So no, yes, he is a prepper, but at least when I knew him, he was. As far as silver, I don't know if he stacks silver, but he definitely does food and guns. All right, I will. You request it, I will show it. Now people say, why do you duck behind there? Because the camera seems to focus better when there's nothing behind it. Yes, I store jarred meat. We actually do a little canning here. What did I eat for lunch today? What the hell you want to know what I ate for lunch today? All right, so I had some pasta. I had some pasta and some sauce with some Italian sausage. The questions I get, man, the questions I get. The Stacking Kid in the house, and Shrek is in the house, and Out the Mud Watchman is in the house. Josh Rays is in the house. Obviously Mike Hunt and Rob W. and Bushmaster 305. Quite a few people in the house. Thank you so much. What are my thoughts on the mega mergers? I really never thought about it, but I'll tell you what. I'm not into these big corporations too much. I think they got too much power. I know he called me Bat Daddy. It kind of makes me feel kind of, I don't know, I hate to use the word, but I'm not gay. Queen's Beast or Eagle? Oh, dude, I have to go with the Queen's Beast. Josh Ray's in the house. Got to go with the Queen's Beast, man. King of Fun, he says he's gay. That's okay with me. You know, what you want to do is what you want to do. You know, according to my Democrat government here, I'm supposed to treat you with equality. Josh Ray's lost all respect. Dude, man, that Queen's Beast, you might have lost my you might have lost respect to me, but that Queen, I answered honestly, that Queen's Beast is a beautiful coin, and the fact that it's 2 ounces. It's a 2-ounce coin. Oh, I haven't seen a gold Queen's Beast. I can't even afford to look at one. Little Red Pony bought a Powerball ticket. Gotta have a little fun while things are good. Hey, man. If you win any significant amount of money, hook a brother up. That's all I'm saying. That guy in New Jersey, what did he win? 250 million bucks? I wouldn't even know what to do with 50 million. I'd probably wind up giving some of it away. Family members first. Yeah, I'd probably give some of it to you. If I won 250 million, I would take a screenshot like, boom, and then everybody on the screen would get a piece of the pie. I mean, 250 million bucks. That's, along with that kind of money comes a lot of problems. A lot of problems. A lot of management problems. A lot of logistic problems. You just can't go and live anywhere anymore. People will find out where you live. Anyway, folks, my battery's going bad. Oh, not bad. It's draining. I got to run. You folks have a great day. I appreciate you. You all take care. I got to go. The battery's about to die. Take care. I'm sorry for the sudden... Take care. Yep. It's about ready to die. And thank you, everybody, for your support. I really do appreciate the super chats.